You know, when you see someone who's happy, they light up. And we're here and making a commitment to you, to us, to you, to everyone, that we all deserve that. We all deserve to be lit up from within, which means it's from us individually.
Absolutely. And one great way, another great way to find your own customized affirmations is to think about kind of how Lisa was just saying, like, what are the things that you're saying to yourself already right now? And they're likely not going to be the nicest, right? So find the antithesis, the opposite of those phrases. Just flip them around. So, like my friend who's, oh, I'm fat. I'm like, okay, what's the opposite? I'm healthy. I'm happy. I'm strong. Like I look great. Like those things, the opposite of what he was saying there. I'm like, that's how can we flip this now? Flip the program, and that's an easy way, right? To just find, okay, well, what affirmations do I even need? Well, what are you saying to yourself right now that's not so nice? And then just flip that,
I
basically.
love that. That's so great. That actually is the easiest way. If we have the courage, it takes a lot of courage for us to be okay to listen to the negative self talk, knowing that it's not real. It's not real. It's an illusion.
And it's changeable, like anything in our life. It might not feel that way, and especially in the beginning, it's always the hardest, right? Just like it is, to something like quitting smoking, right? There's a comedian I always enjoyed. He's like, quitting smoking is about as difficult as it is to start flossing. It's all these things that we most universally, humans struggle with, right? And that's okay. I think leaning into that, being like, it's gonna take some time. That's okay. Doesn't mean that's a universal truth for everyone, but it also kind of can let you off the hook. You don't have to put so much pressure on yourself to then say these affirmations and the next day be like, my life's going to be completely different. It could very well be, and I don't want to ever eliminate that as a possibility, but also just, give yourself some time, and most importantly, be kind to yourself about the whole process, because of course, if you're not, then you're going to undo all of those affirmations that you spent so much of your time and energy, creating in the first place. So just a friendly reminder to you, you beautiful audience, that it's going to maybe take a little bit of time, and that's okay. That's nothing wrong with that.
So, the momentum, though, when you get started, is one of the most important things. Why? Because transformation requires commitment to live differently and the willingness, really, to abide where you are differently. Understand that these affirmations are not easy necessarily, but if you are doing the same thing over and over again, you're only going to get the same results. And if you're not satisfied, fulfilled, happy, maybe there is the next level of where you want to go to in your life, something has to change. And I believe that commitment to change is that which can fuel the change forward.
I also want to add something quickly too, that affirmations can start to become something, that you can really use in a functional way throughout your day-to-day life, outside of just reprogramming your own thoughts. As an example, I've started to do this in my performances. We had a show 5, 6 nights ago, and there weren't too many people in the venue at the beginning. So I turned to the band and I was like, okay, guys, so guess what? At the end of the set, we're going to have it filled. It's going to be exciting. People will be dancing. And that's what's going to happen. And the lead singer, he turns, he's like, we're manifesting it. Let's do it. It's happening. We all said it. We spoke it into existence. And then by the end of the show, it's exactly what happened. And so you can use these affirmations in so many other ways. Use it in your business. Use it in your love life, your dating life. Use it in any aspect of your life. This is just an amazing way to take the power of thought and words and intention and the attention to those words, and then literally start to create magic in your day-to-day life.
And the reason why is because you are extraordinary. listener, viewer, you are extraordinary and you're limitless in the potential to create anything that you want. And when you have that commitment, what you're doing is that you're accessing these innate gifts that we all have. You're accessing it, you're cultivating it, you're becoming the gardener to your own life. And gardeners always need to nurture their garden, to nurture their seeds, to water it, to care for it, to weed it. And that's essentially what life is all about. I don't think, in my personal, I mean, just the way I see life, I think that there's nothing outside of myself that's real. It's all an illusion, which, could be very controversial depending on your belief system. But I mean, I think that the things that are outside of us are merely symbols to the quality of the experience that I choose to have. And if I don't like something because I have a perception that it's limited or that it is constrained or restricted, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is. It just means that my perception is showing that based on the experiences that I have chosen to have. And we live in this temporary mind-body communication device. What are you going to do with it while you're here? And Chris and I are committed to making an impact in everything that we do, every person that we encounter or we don't know directly. And the power is yours.